Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a rec review for our boy Lord Snow, one of my Patreon members, sitting currently around 1250 elo, and this is a very solid elo to be reviewing for YouTube. So we got him in the blue as the Khmer, and his opponent is going to be playing in red as the Magyars. Now I'm not sure whether Lord Snow will actually win or lose this game, but as you guys know, it actually does not matter. Whether he wins or loses, it's going to be completely fine. We're just going to learn from the things he could be doing better. Some of the mistakes he's making, try to improve them, and then the things that he's doing well, we're going to point that out and give out some positive reinforcement, because I think you need both to really get some good feedback on your gameplay. Can't be all bad and it can't be all good. So let's go ahead and dive right in and take a look at this Dark Age. Lumber Camp is solid 2 on wood. I like that backwood line, probably a good choice. This one was a decent second option. And I'm happy to be doing this rec review for YouTube as well, because people have been asking about the rec reviews now that I haven't done one in a while, which makes me feel really happy. Makes me feel like this is definitely content that people do want to watch, and I like to sprinkle it in there. And if you guys don't care to watch rec reviews, then I got other content that you guys can digest and enjoy. I really don't like what he's doing here. 3 vills out of nowhere. Again, this is just always weird. Like, okay, this guy's idle as well. There's just no point to do this. Keeping all the vills under the TC and learning towards the TC is probably going to be the best case scenario, but this is not actually bad to do. The only reason this is like worse or slightly more inefficient is that now, look, you got these 3, you're going to be luring to them, so they're going to be hunting near the mill, and you're not going to have like the bulk of your villagers benefiting from the hunt. So it's just slightly inefficient, but not necessarily a mistake, so we're not going to be too anal about it. Go ahead and grab that second boar soon. Dark Age is still quite good. Yeah, so this is like, it's cute, but probably unnecessary, but it's not necessarily a mistake. It's a little bit inefficient. And there we go, second boar is in. Let me look to click up at a reasonable time. So let's think about the matchup here real quick before the game really develops. When it comes to Khmer versus Magyars, or any Civ versus Magyars, but specifically Khmer, you want to play defensive, all right? Magyars have the best scout rush in the game, basically, so you don't want to play with open map against Magyars, but the thing is, Magyars have no eco bonus, so as long as you don't take damage, you're going to usually be pulling ahead, especially with a civ like Khmer. And why I said especially Khmer is that Khmer don't usually make a barracks, so you're going to have no spearmen to defend against Magyar scouts, which is a very hard task. So in my opinion, what you should do is probably go for a defensive full wall and try to survive the Magyar pressure. It looks like you're going out to take some gold. So it looks like you want to play towards full scouts. I respect that. This is such a classic opening. I really enjoy this, actually. So if you guys don't know what's going on here, Lord Snow is grabbing 50 gold. And the reason he's doing that is to have 100 gold total to set up a Bloodlines play. So now you can get Bloodlines without actually mining gold. It's very sneaky gameplay. I really enjoy that kind of style. I've done it myself plenty of times. A bit of an outdated build, like not outdated, it's not like it's bad now, it's just you don't see it as often these days, but it's still just as viable as it was in the past. So again, this is the setup where I think you're already starting to make some mistakes, and I can already see some disasters coming, and so we're going to go ahead and do my famous Hera pause so we can actually talk things through. So Lord Snow, you've chosen to go for house walls around your resources instead of going for full walls. I think this is unnecessary. You only do this if you have a horrible map, but this is the situation. First of all, we have a decent map. Second of all, we're upping 22-1 pop, which is quite late, which usually when you up a bit later, like later than 19 pop, usually those extra vills are going to be used to wall up your base so you can play defensive because you have that slower uptime. So in this case, by walling up only your wood line, you're going to leave opening for your opponent to actually harass your berries and harass your wood with scouts, and you have to try to outplay him with the houses, but that's just going to make it harder on yourself. The best way to play this map is to wall up this left side and this left side here before Feudal Age even hits. So one vill, as soon as you click up to Feudal, you just wall this side, and then another vill can wall this side, and then start walling from here to here. That way, when you make your stable in the front, most of your base is walled, and you can just finish closing it with maybe a gate here, so you can access the gold. You wall your gold out, because you don't really need gold. We already established you're going to be playing for majority scouts, so you can secure the gold or worry about the gold later. This is a very overpowered strategy against Magyars, which is just walling before anything happens, because it's the best way to neutralize their insanely strong scout rush. So let's take a look at what happens, and let's see if the consequences of your actions will come to haunt you as the game goes on. We're going to lose our scout. Somewhat of a mistake because you're up a bit later, so it's natural that your opponent will be faster and snipe your scout, but it's not the end of the world. Opponent runs into your TC, takes no damage because we're stormtroopers. And It appears like our opponent is just going to open a stable. Again, we don't know this, but we can assume that our opponent is going stable because Magyar's is a really strong stable civ. So we're going to go stable ourselves. We're going to go ahead and pick up both eco upgrades and start making some scouts. This is all well and good. The only mistake strategically here is how you've set up your base. So let's see if you get punished for that, or let's see if he'll let you off the hook. To be honest with you, whether you get punished or not, irrelevant. It's still a mistake either way, because you know, the higher up you go, the more you get punished for making plays like this. You only do something like this if you have a horrible map and you can't full wall. This is like a plan B, okay? Starting to farm. Really good farms, though. As soon as you have 60 wood, you're dropping one, which is fantastic. And you're just getting some scouts out. And you're doing the correct thing, which is staying defensive. But our opponent is a Hera viewer as well. What is this guy? A subscriber to my YouTube channel, getting Loom and skipping it. Getting Loom in Feudal Age, skipping it till 11:30. What an absolute savage, bro. Not gonna lie, Lord Snow, I'm cheering for your opponent. With all due respect, bro. I'll help you out and coach you. But I'm cheering. Yo, Porters. Harry Porters 2016. Let's go. I'm cheering for that guy. That guy's an absolute savage. Skipping Loom till 11:30 and getting it in Feudal Age. That guy is a fan favorite right now, and I'm the only fan watching. Let's go ahead and see what you can do, though. Still playing defense, and this is another problem with you not full walling. Now you don't have a window to attack. So, like, usually you want to stay defensive against Magyars, but then, like, if he's not attacking you, it's 12:30, you're looking at your clock, you know, when's break gonna hit? You've been working a 9 to 5 shift on defense. Can you attack him? And now if you attack him, there's always Murphy's Law in play. If you attack him, he's gonna come right away. He's gonna appear at your berries and start hitting you. So obviously you have the houses on defense. You could move out, but it's not as safe as a full wall. And this is why I don't really like going for this kind of style very often. All right, so we got Bloodlines. And again, now he hasn't attacked you. We just have to attack. This is what we see. If we're going to invest into Bloodlines, we can't be sitting on defense. It's just not, it's not a thing. So we have to start putting pressure. And also, like, this is in low level, this doesn't matter, but in high level, you just showed him that you have Bloodlines, which is horrible. But he probably didn't even click your scouts, so it's nothing to worry about. So we're gonna drive him off, and now you see him. Okay, now you see him. This is really good. You can push him back, and you can chase him until mid map. Doesn't even know this. Let me go ahead and spill some of my secrets here. You basically, what you do here is you want to chase him to mid map. All right, scout versus scout, right? This happens like every other game. Chase him till mid map, then you want to leave vision and then attack him. The reason why you do that is right here. So right here, wait, a bit more. It's mid map, right? Okay, right here. This is perfect scenario. So here, instead of continuing to chase, where he might have spears or he might have something coming in, what you want to do instead is either go right side or left side. So back up and go left or right. And you want to try to sneak attack from the sides away from his scouts. This does two things. Number one, you get away from his vision so he doesn't know where you're going to hit him from with your scouts. And number two, he actually loses track of how many scouts you have and where you are on the map. So then he will have to just go back and defend. Because if he tries to attack, notice you chased him to mid-map. This is why the mid-map is important. If he tries to attack, you're going to hit him first because you got the first move. If you do the same tactic here, he'll just turn around and hit you and he's closer. That's why you chase him to mid-map and then you leave vision. Try to hit the sides. He's gonna be completely confused. He can't attack you. Okay, he can't counterattack you because you're faster. You're gonna hit earlier, and you're gonna distract him. And if he tries to go back, he's not gonna know where you hit. So you get a lot of initiative by doing this tactic. Chase the map, leave vision, attack right side or left side. Let's see instead what you do. So if you had done that, you would have been sneaking around here now, and then potentially hitting something at the back. But instead, we're gonna stay in this vision and. Yeah, that kind of falls flat. It's not horrible. We still get a nice little fight here. Forging coming in for us. Ooh. Bloodlines versus Forging. I guess it's kind of even. He had I think an extra scout, a little bit more HP. It's all good. The fight was okay. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, resources collected. Notice we're pulling ahead 500 in resources collected. This is why Magyars. This is the weakness of them. They just fall behind, right? This is why if you just full wall and you play safe, usually you can just pull ahead and destroy Magyars. So now we're going to go ahead and invest into armor. Second stable. I don't mind this. It's good. But again, if you're going to do this, you have to make sure to attack. So just get them across the field right away. Exactly. Second stable. And now we're going to start going to gold. Okay, cool. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. We're going to take a fight on the hill. Good. Good job engaging as well. We have a lot more upgrades. We engage. Very, very beautiful job here. This is amazing so far. So had you just fully walled, by the way, you would just be able to do this with like 0 threat at home. So you'd probably just have a lot more peace of mind. And you would have to keep 0 scouts on defense in this case. So you just want to fight and you're full feudal, or like you're like heavy feudal. You gotta go. Across the map, yeah, right away. Good. Nice, nice. No wasting time. And then while you get your vills onto gold, while you start, you know, getting your gold up, continue spamming scouts if you want, because you can always stop production, then click up once you get 200 gold. It's perfect. That's the best way to do this. So far, so good on your end, though, economy-wise. Our opponent, we don't really know what he's doing. I'm keeping the fog of war for a little bit, but let's see what's popping. He's got a few spears. This is what we see. Take the fight. Take the fight. It's all good. Yeah. Scouts with bloodlines and armor and attack is just so broken. They just beat every unit in the game. It like completely breaks the rock, paper, scissors in Feudal Age. And you know that. Good stuff. All right. Continue flooding. So actually here, what you could consider, by the way, is you could actually consider 5 vills forward and make a tower in the gold. This is such a good strat and a good follow-up to Khmer scouts. Because what that does is that it puts pressure on your opponent and pushes them off gold before they hit Castle Age. And if you get them off gold in Castle Age, they can't make any Castle Age units. They're stuck on like pikemen, 1-2 knights, 1-2 CA, that's it. You can't make any Castle Age units without gold that are like impactful, right? So this is why going for that tower in the gold is such a good follow-up to this kind of scout play. So just keep that in mind, especially if forward gold walled in. This is a pristine scenario, bro. Pristine scenario for a tower forward. But don't worry about the score right now. He's actually just winning in score because he's got more scouting. Yeah, we see nothing. We're like a horse with the blinders on right now. We're taking some bad fights though. Oh, I don't like that. All right. Not the end of the world though. Like small mistakes there on the fights, but it's okay. Looking for damage. We're keeping our opponent in field. He's actually panicking. He's gonna go bloodlines. This should be a free win for us right now. Okay, bro. I'm back to cheer. I'm back to cheering for you. I have to cheer for the winner at the end of the day, so I can say I told you guys so. 2 stables. Now we're up to Castle Age. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Let me ask you something. Like you're up to Castle Age. You stop production for what reason? Like I thought we were cooking with the scouts. This is perfect. If anything, 3rd stable, right? Okay, you're back to producing. Good, good, good. Just a minor hiccup. Very important to continue producing here, because if not, we give map control back to our opponents, and things could be bad. Yeah, now we gotta be super careful. Couple spears out here, okay. Yeah, in my opinion, you played a fantastic game so far. Just a couple minor mistakes, and look how much you're pulling ahead. This is Khmer farming. Khmer are so broken, I swear. This is such an underrated civilization at lower levels. Pro players know how good it is, but lower level players, I feel like you guys sleep on a little bit. But I don't know, that's not true. People do like the Khmer. I've seen it a lot in coaching. But anyway, you just up like 1,500 res for basically having Khmer farms, which is ridiculous. And to be fair to you, you also have slightly better economy management. He's got some inefficiencies, but still. So now we're up to Castle Age. Continue producing. I'm going to go light cav. 3rd stable's coming. Perfect. Okay, I don't know why you went completely off gold, because even if we're going to go light cav, we still want to make knights eventually, or monks. So we're still going to need some gold. You can fast forward a little bit. Waiting till castle is fine. I don't mind that, especially if it's not fully walled. Again, if you were fully walled, you wouldn't have to wait. So again, just another thing in favor of that. Okay, light cav +2. +2 armor, so good when you're up in age. +2 attack. No, get the armor. You can dive the TC. It's okay. Attack is fine as well. As long as you get an upgrade, it's cool. So now what you should do is attack with this main army, and then reinforcements stay at home. That's what you should do. This is a basic principle. I made a whole video this morning about it on Patreon. The whole principle here is that you don't put the gather point forward. You put the gather point at home. Since we're not fully walled, especially, if we get counterattacked, we always have some units to defend with our main army attacking. This is how you can attack in the mid game, even if you don't have full vision and full information of what he's doing. That's how you play it safe. And you're doing a good job of that. You have a couple light cav to reinforce. Great job, Lord Snow. I'm not even sure why you're 1200, to be honest. This is like actually really good gameplay. Good pressure here. Perfect timing window. Kill the spearmen. I like that you don't hesitate. People get scared of spearmen, but you just not respect them at all. Okay, +2 armor would have been so much better. This TC would be shooting literal nerf bullets if we had +2 armor. Now we're taking some extra damage though for no reason. +2 armor is much better than +2 attack in this scenario. But honestly, both should get the job done. Half to chase here, half to chase the villagers, which is perfect. And also defending nicely at home. Yeah, this is perfect. I mean, I'm not really seeing anything you can improve on besides minor points, but this has been great so far. Really, really impressed with this kind of performance. All right, nice. Putting pressure, and then behind it, also adding in some economy. Ooh, I don't like TCing the main gold. TC out here. Oh, out here is perfect. This is horrible. This is so cramped. I'm getting uncomfortable just watching this. Going out here, spread the legs. You know, when you sit on the bus and you're taking up 3 seats, feels great. Everyone else hates you, but you got the gold, you got the wood, you got the 3 seats. You're feeling pretty good. Spread out a little bit. Man spreading, they call it. Okay, we got a TC spread here in the game. TC spread. It's very good. Nice. We pick up the spearman here. This is fantastic. Bowsaw coming in. And don't take your foot off the gas. Send this army in. Send it in, and then the rest of the reinforcements at home. Don't take your foot off the gas. You don't want to give him a chance to get back into this game. Not at all. TC at home, good. 2 TC booming. Make sure to check your idols, eh? These guys are... I mean, you're microing like a savage, though, to be fair. I don't blame you. Now your opponent's on pikemen. This is the age-old question. What do I do when my opponent has pikemen and I'm on cavalry? The answer is very simple. You get your 3rd TC. The pikemen can't do anything. They can't do anything to your economy. So you get your 3rd TC, which you're doing. And also good position. A little bit higher up would be perfect. That's fine. You get your 3rd TC and you keep raiding him. And he's just going to die. The pikemen are useless here. We'll just fast forward here. This army should be attacking. I don't understand. You've been attacking with all the other army. I wonder if you feel bad for him or something. Yeah, this army... What's the... Yeah, okay. We're gonna go ahead and attack. I don't know. I'm anxious. I see you waiting. We're wasting a minute. We don't like it. Good. Fight the pikemen. There we go. There we go. Pikes. No, why are you going back? 16 versus 9. I swear, I think you feel bad for him. Like, subconsciously. Subconsciously, you feel bad for him. Bro, get yourself a punching bag. Hang it up on the wall. And before you play a single game of Age of Empires, just smack that thing. Alright? That's your opponents. You don't feel bad for a punching bag. You don't feel bad for your opponent in the game. Okay? You go. It's just a video game. Oh, I don't like this, man. We're just stalling. Like, what time is it? 24 scouts and 4 knights just sitting here? I want to work at your company, bro. You hire people and you just let them lounge around all day. And again, even if you get counterattacked, you only need like reinforcements to deal with this. Your main army should be constantly attacking, sorry. If for as good as you've been playing, I have to be harsh on these mistakes because I want to push you further. Your micro and your gameplay is much better than 1200. Like, I gotta see you hitting 1300, then 1400. There we go. Go back. Good. Because it's just little things like giving your opponent time that's probably costing you a few games. 4 TC is fantastic. Spend your res now. Every fight you take is good. Let's see if this one's any different. Yeah, this is good. Now you're gonna go back, right? And now you go forward. Well, what's the difference? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, this is good though. That's correct choice. You won the fight. You always go for the raids, and you're getting to late castlage where you can really start flooding him. So now you can put the gather point forward because now you have full vision of his base. You know exactly what army he has and what's going on for him. So now you no longer need army to defend, especially because you have 4 TC as well. Also, general rule at this point, just get Town Watch. It's gonna help you so much. Just pick up Town Watch, okay? Town Watch and Handcart should always come in around this time. It's so huge. How do I see how much food they have? I can't even see it. Capture Age is like not giving me the information I need at the moment. Oh no, I see it here. What the hell? It gives me everything. You don't have wheelbarrow even. Wow. Definitely need a wheelbarrow. Okay, another army. We just keep it here. Going in. I hope you know, like, when you're giving your opponent time to build up an army, he's building up counter units, right? So the more time you give him, he's literally benefiting so much for every, like, minute that you give him. And now this fight is actually not winnable. You don't win this fight. Because we give him such a big time window, he's able to just like defend and mass up. Like this game could be so much easier for you. Okay. So now we're going up to Imp. We could plan out a transition to counter the Pikeman. Hand Cannoneer is perfect. Ballista Elements is perfect. Scorpions, actually heavy Scorpions are now really freaking good. Heavy Scorpion Hussar would probably just roll this composition. You could also try to brute force it and just go like pure cav and just try to beat the pikes that way, but... He's spamming Vills, still 200 pop, that's good. Fighting before upgrades is probably not it. Are we gonna throw this game? Are we gonna throw this game? No way, right? We fought before upgrades, that was a huge no-no, it was a huge mistake. Again, you've been waiting all game to take fights, right? You've been stalling a little bit. No point to rush it right before upgrades. That's the time to wait. And right now, okay, did you watch, like, you're a Patreon member. Did you watch my video on the best way to win games? You have to watch that video. Best video I've ever made in anything AOT related. If you did, you'd have a castle here and you'd be trebbing him. 100%. Okay? So what I want to see here is we don't want to keep the game I'm playing here and I'm playing there. That's called playing fair, right? I have my half of the map. You have yours. Oh, I won't touch your gold. I'm just gonna... We'll fight. If you need time, I'll just wait with my army. That's fair. That's for fun. We're not playing for fun. We're playing to win. When we play to win, castle forward, couple trebs, you're drenched in sweat, and you're getting the elo. That's how we play to win, okay? That's what we want to do. No, castle here. No, on the hill in the middle of the map. Have you not watched a single Doubt stream? It's always forward. Because what the forward castle does is it lets you treb from the hill, and it also gives you a natural defense against the pikeman. Just to explain it a little bit for the viewers that are watching as well. Okay, at some point, like, opponent is on pure pike, okay? I'm all for brute forcing, but he's got 40 pikes, and he's smoking some herbs as well. Pikes and herbs, that's all he's got. At this point, we gotta find a tech transition. So, like, your Hussar are really good. Just transition to heavy Scorpion here or Ballista Elephant, it's perfect. That's like the Khmer comp. Because if it's just Hussar, we could risk throwing the game. Like, I still think you'll win with Hussar only if you forward castle and treb. But otherwise, just find a counter to the Halbs. Like, Hand Cannoneer is even perfect. But you're doing a good job of raiding. Just, I don't want you to tunnel vision on only this unit, because you will lose games because of that. Fast forward a little bit. Also, at this point, I would stop making Cavalier. Use your gold for something else. I think it's not really worth it to make too many more Cavalier. Traps coming out. Raids. Another town center. Wow. At this point, you should stop making villas. By the way, you're at 150. When you get to 200 pop, usually you want to stop making villas. And with the current villas, you want to expand or delete some of them, or just expand and take all the minerals. But it looks like our opponent just calls the GG. I guess we just brute force broke him down, which is good. This shows exactly the principles I'm talking about. If you just get to 200 pop, you just win games. You're literally winning Cavalier into Pikeman, and it's not even close. They have like 100 pop extra, which is good. It just shows like the solid principles carry the games. Like you're at 200 pop, you're at max, 150 vills, just maxed out everything, getting your upgrades, and you just win the game, even if you're not making like the smartest, unit choices. Okay, overall, my assessment of this game. Not bad. You're actually playing very well, Lord Snow. Very, very well. But I think you're... If I had to guess how you lose games, it's probably because you throw it. Because you give your opponent too much time in between like fights and raids. And you probably tunnel vision on the one unit way too often. So a good way to practice it is in these games where you are hard winning. Instead of going for the brute force, which is obviously going to win anyways, because you're so far ahead, go for like that forward castle and just try a transition out. Just transition to another unit and play that 2-unit Imperial comp with the siege, the proper imp comps. And it's going to give you a lot of practice, and it's going to prevent you from throwing games by tunnel visioning. I think that's my recommendation. And otherwise, just clean up your gameplay a little bit. Maybe consider full walling, or maybe even just attack more often. Be a bit more ruthless in that Castle Age state. You don't have to mass up a whole army and then attack. You can start really flooding your opponent and overwhelm him when you get those good fights. Because what happens is you get those good fights, then your opponent's producing from 2 barracks. A pikeman walks out of the barracks. You snipe it with like 5 knights, 5 light cav. You snipe it right away. He doesn't get a chance to mass the counter units anymore. And then you're constantly idling his entire economy, and then your reinforcements keep flooding in. That's how you win in the mid game. and give your opponent zero chance. And again, watch that video on Patreon and just get those forward castles in, win the games consistently, and don't throw them. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this review. I'll go ahead and show you guys the stats. Try to make it as entertaining as possible, and a really good performance from Lord Snow. A ton of food. Look at that. Chimera is so broken. And they just got a double buff in the last patch as well. The Scorpions and Ballista Elephants got buffed, and the regular Elephants resist conversion, so they got like a triple buff. This stuff is now insane, honestly. Definitely something to consider. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see more rec reviews like this. And if you guys do enjoy this content, like the video, subscribe, because that is the best way to get more rec reviews on YouTube. Otherwise, I just do it off stream as a service for my Patreon supporters like Lord Snow. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. And if you guys want to be part of the Patreon community, check it out. Link in the description below. A lot of good content on how to be a savage like Lord Snow. And roll your opponents with Khmer. Although I was cheering for Porters on this one, but I'm happy that Lord Snow won. Peace.